Hello, welcome to game 2 of my match against Skumpy. Game 1, I kind of threw the game by playing it, by screwing up my build order, so I need to focus down and try to win this one. It's not a super obvious open to me with 5-2. Spices is obviously very, very strong. I also want to get a counterfeit going fairly quickly. 2-5, I would obviously go Fisherman, probably Fisherman, Counterfeit. I may still go just Counterfeit nothing to get thin as fast as possible. But I could also go like Spices, Bard, Spices, Blessed Village, try to get a nice boon. The Spices will be nice. I could also just open a Falconer. That seems better. There's multiple plus types here to gain, so to activate the Falconer. It feels nicer than opening. I mean, Falconer, Counterfeit, and Spices all seem good. So what are we building towards? We're going to draw, mostly with Oracle's Blessed Villages stuff, is the plan. Yeah, Oracle's Blessed Villages. So that's in general going to be what the plan is. Beyond that, I got a Fisherman. Hopefully they get a Falconer themselves and activate my Falconer, and then I can gain a something fun. Something that I can play. Probably just a Blessed Village. The Blessed Village boon is nice, and I'm going to start adding in Oracles. So the deck will look like a bunch of Blessed Villages and Oracles. Your starting estates, obviously, some Spices, some Silk Merchants, some Fishermen, some Falconers, like 2 Falconers, 5 Blessed Villages, 3 or 4 Oracles, bunch of Fishermen and Caravans, Counterfeit, obviously, for the trashing, a couple Spices, and we'll see if we get into the Legionary stuff. I'm not quite sure on that. They also had the better opening here, 2-5. Yeah, quite a bit nicer. All right, so a little bit sad that they got a Counterfeit instead of a Falconer, but I'm going to go ahead and gain this Blessed Village and see what happens. I'm going to take that next turn so I can buy a Fisherman this turn. I guess I didn't realize I would have 5, but that's nice. I'm going to take another Blessed Village here and an Oracle already, I think. I would like to get a Counterfeit, but I think gaining two nice things is better. And we'll see what boon I get. If I get Field's Gift or Forest's Gift, it's quite nice. Wind's Gift, Sky's Gift is a bunch of nice. Wind's Gift will be nice. The plus draw cards will be nice. I can actually look at the list here. So Field nice, Flame nice, Forest nice, Sea nice, River nice, Sun nice, Swamp nice, Wind nice. Actually, in this case, because it'll trigger a shuffle with my stuff in it. So I get a Fisherman, and I assume a Village here. You could even consider for me taking the Sky's Gift just to get a gold and do Legionary stuff potentially. We'll see what I get. Gain a Blessed Village. I will take that now and take my own Counterfeit. So, because of the starting estates, no thinning, and I'm going to be quite a bit behind on thinning, I do want to be going into the Caravan, so try to get a couple of Caravans in play. Once the Blessed Villages run, I guess Falconer is just going to gain a ton of Blessed Villages, and those will run. They're hitting nice price points. Even if I'd had the same draws, I wouldn't necessarily hit those price points. They got a Falconer. Okay, so I'm going to take a Fisherman here and an Oracle. Starting on those. Hopefully get my Blessed Village and Falconer in hand next turn. Never mind. They bottom decked, which is really sad if they take an Oracle here. If they take a Blessed Village, not as much. Yeah, take a Village. I will take that next turn. I don't really want that in my shuffle. They've thinned 2. I've thinned 1, so they're a little bit thinner. They've got more cantrips. I've gained a couple more cards than they have. We'll see what they buy here. I'm surprised. Yeah, I guess spices. They didn't see their counterfeit, which is really nice. This is a really nice turn for them to be able to see counterfeit. Because they could use the plus buy, it would give them 8. They could buy like a village and an oracle, or a village and a caravan, or spices and an oracle, or some combination thereof. The 2 best boons have been drawn already. Okay, so I'm going to take the oracle here. I can't actually play it. I'm just going to play it for cycling, I guess. Oh, nuts. It's a little unlucky that they will actually take both of those. That they get their stuff together. Okay, so 6. 6 is an awkward price point. If I didn't have the silver, I would get more. So I'm thinking about borrowing and taking Blessed Village Oracle as like the cards that I want to have the most of. I know Spices is good, but I'm okay with this line. Take that next turn, take an Oracle. My opponent does not have any Oracles yet. So that's where I feel good. Okay, I'll play this Oracle, discard. They can have those on top. Trigger this shuffle. I've got a bunch of villages and oracles in there, as well as the counterfeit, which I want to try to see as soon as I can. 6 is again a slightly awkward price point. Earth's Gift has already been seen. I kind of just want to slam Blessed Villages. The alternative is just like get the Spices here. They could have their Falconer in hand, so the Spices seems like it will be nice, and I'll have plus buy next turn most likely. So it's not 2 types, whereas the Blessed Village is an action fate. In fact, this whole bottom row is 2 types, right? The whole bottom row is 2 types, and almost the whole top row. Well, 7 of the 10 things have 2 types. So, yeah, I've got the counterfeit, the oracle. I've got the 3 key cards I need in my hand, so I'm feeling okay. They're picking up a Legionary now. When did they get a gold? Last turn? Not being able to ever activate my I've got too much good stuff down here. Not being able to ever activate my Falconer to them feels bad. Especially if they get the Legionary thing going. When did they get a gold? I missed them gaining a gold at some point. I don't. Well, they just bought a gold on turn 6. Okay. The turn I said it would be nice to have plus buys. So this is just 2 buys. So it could be just like 2 Blessed Villages. Really slam that pile, make it harder for them to draw. The Legionary attack is going to be quite painful when that happens. I will take that next turn, and I will take that now. So I can't potentially even do that discard 3 now if they don't Legionary attack me. I need to watch out with my Oracle and try to basically search through their deck to find 1 of Legionary gold. It still seems like it should be a little tough for them to align the 2 with the amount of draw they have. Yeah, that's fine. The Fisherman on top, and then I can discard the copper with the Oracle. Never mind. Yeah, I'm a little confused how they're drawing so cleanly. I mean, I know they've trashed, I guess they've trashed 4 coppers now. They've got still 6 stop cards. they've also got more Fisherman than me due to the 2/5 opening. Oh, that's a really nice one. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I guess, try to buy a gold naturally here. I don't want to waste my whole turn. Okay, discard the Legionary. So Legionary is in the discard pile. That's very nice. So I'm taking an Oracle. Top deck. I'm also going to discard their plus buy. And we'll top deck that, top deck that. So the question is now, do I want to get my own gold here? Try to get my own Legionary stuff going. Do I just accept that my ship has sailed and grab like 2 caravans? Try to get the draw going that way. And then it takes me another turn to get a Legionary, another turn after that to get a gold. Doesn't seem totally worth it to me. So here, I think I'm going to go double Caravan. Help me get my starting hand size back up. I was able to trash there, so I've trashed 4 as well. They've got to try to go through their whole deck. It's quite sad when they reveal 2 good ones, though. But they didn't draw this turn, so feeling good. I feel like if I don't have them reveal 2 good ones, I've got a decent chance of drawing through in most turns. And I think I have a 6-4 lead in the village split. Oh, we're both S. Not helpful. Not helpful, log. Okay, play some villages. Play all this stuff first. Top deck. Definitely discard that. Top deck. I'll discard that too. Circle. I guess I want to play the Blessed Village, and I'll leave them Blessed Villages on top. Kind of want to find a Caravan. So this is pretty decent. I can gain a Caravan, play another Caravan, and just like buy a province. We're at the point of the game where Caravans are lowering with Falconers. Got 2 duration draw coming in, and want to start scoring green cards. I could also gain another Oracle, but I'm a little bit, well, I've got enough villages. But what more am I really going to do with this turn? I don't know. And this is twice they've been able to react. I've not been able to react at all. Really unfortunate. Okay, just take a province and feel okay about it. 2 caravans coming into play. I've got this extra point because they trashed an estate, which is the right thing to have done, I think. But, you know, I've got now an extra estate the whole game. Their plus buy and their gold is in the discard pile, so they're going to have to trigger a shuffle in order to Legionary attack me or to buy 2 things. I have the Counterfeit as well as I have the... So take the village on top, I guess? Well, if they attack me with Legionary, I want the estate on top, but I've got villages in hand, so that's a nice reveal. Yeah, just leave it in that order. Oh, nuts. So they found the gold, which means I'm going to... Legionary draws me the card after I discard, right? Yeah, so... They can't use both of these, which is nice, but hopefully I denied them their one of the 3 counterfeit gold Falconer that they might have otherwise found all 3. Yeah, so again, I discard Fisherman Silver Counterfeit. Okay, they're out of actions though, so they can't actually play the Legionary, which is nice. Interesting. They must have... Why didn't they play the Legionary? It seems like you really want to play the Legion there. They are in a position where they can... So what is this? 3 money, 4, 5, 6. Got a Spices, which is 8. Well, they had 11 money this turn coming in from the Fisherman. Okay, so the 3 Fishermen, Legionary 6. Plus, they can counterfeit gold. So they get to 13, 14, 15. They can get to double province, certainly, next turn. Okay. Play the Oracle near the top. I guess that's going to be draw neutral. Take those. Definitely discard those. Discard. Discard. Okay, top deck. Discarding everything is kind of pointless. Okay. This went really well. This is my drawn deck. So my plan here, I think, is to buy a Caravan and play it. And I will have Counterfeit Copper. 2 coppers is 7, 9, 11 money. So I can also counterfeit silver to get to 12 money if I want to do that. So the bottom card is my last estate. So I definitely want to draw that somehow. I'm thinking about just gaining and playing a Caravan here. Get that into play. And then buying with my 10, 11, 12, something like that, buying Fisherman province. Lowering and then having the 2 province lead feels pretty nice. I've got the Caravans coming into play, and I've got a little bit of pressure on the Caravan pile. If I counterfeit Spices, I could potentially buy 3 Caravans in an Oracle next turn. That's 15, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Not quite there. So if I counterfeit the silver this turn, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could buy Caravan. Fisherman pile is also interesting. So I could gain a Fisherman here, play it. I think I really do want to buy, gain a Caravan though for the duration effect. And with the 2 province lead, I'm not super worried about the piles. I can also borrow, right? So I needed 15, I said, and I'll have 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, which is still too short. What about the Fisherman pile? Well, if they double province next turn, then I can double province back. I can't ever double province back, so I have to try to win next turn, which means piling out either Caravans and Oracles. So I can gain with Falconer, I can gain another Caravan next turn, so I need 15 money to pile out, and I'm looking at not particularly close to that. So what if I counterfeit a silver this turn and get like another Spices? All right, I think I've decided I'm going to take this Caravan kind of regardless, so... Nuts every time! This is brutal. I have not seen my Falconer once. They've seen it now. I don't know how many times. 3 times? We both have the same number of Falconers. We both have 1. Very painful. They probably may have stepped away given how long I was thinking there. All right, so let me count again. I've got 5, 7, 9, 10 money here if I don't counterfeit something. I'm going to counterfeit something. So thinking about counterfeiting up to 12 and buying Caravan province. Then next turn I just need to get to 11, which I can counterfeit Spices. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. counterfeit silver. I can also counterfeit. I can also borrow, right? Borrow. How does borrow interact with Legionary? I can also borrow here pretty safely. So I can counterfeit a copper and borrow. Oh, they took a Fisherman. That changes my math a little bit. So I would just need 13 to pile out next turn because I can gain and play a Fisherman. I can gain and play a Fisherman next turn. So 7, 9, 10, 12. The Fisherman will give me 13. I can borrow to get to 13 to get Fisherman. So I'm just going to counterfeit copper by Fisherman Province here. And hopefully win next turn. 2 caravans coming into play is nice. Village near the top is nice. I discarded a bunch of stuff for them, although they have all cantrips in hand. Pretty happy to chuck 2 stop cards. Although that's not a great top 3 for me. Oh, but I'm drawing 2 to start, so I've got 5 cards to find stuff. Yeah, if I draw a deck, I should be able to pile out Fishermen and Oracles. It's also really frustrating that they've had 3 Falconer hits and I've had 0 all game. But that's life in Dominion sometimes. We had hoped that this match would be over by within 2 hours, and it's game 2, and we're an hour and 10 minutes into it. So this is going to be a long one, I think. Good news is they did not hit to double. So they have to be quite worried here because the piles are low. And if they don't double at any point, then I just trade provinces to the end and I win. And I can lower Fisherman with my Falconer. As I said, if I draw a deck this turn, I should be able to pile Fisherman and Oracle for the win. And they don't have any way to beat me in VP. So if I can find an Oracle in like these top 5 cards, well, I know 2 of them aren't Oracle, but I have all my Oracles in the deck and they only discarded, they never discarded anything. So I've got all my good stuff in there, which is kind of nice in terms of stuff. I don't think they can touch caravans either. So the nice thing about Fisherman is actually it's cheaper than that because I'm gaining a Fisherman to hand. So the first Fisherman costs me 2, and the second one costs me 2 as well. So I just need to get to 9 and 3 buys to win if I draw a deck, which is obviously quite easy. So it's just a matter of if I draw a deck here, I can win. They didn't play Legionary Gold one turn. I thought they could have. But beyond that, I thought the gold was going to be very high opportunity cost. They also went with the Counterfeit first instead of the Falconer, so I was able to get a few more villages. Although they got gains later with Falconer, but the village pile was already empty at that point, pretty much. In terms of who's playing slower, I think we're both playing pretty slow. They're certainly not playing any slower than me. I might be playing slower. But these are really, really tight, interesting games with really close decision points. That first game, I got a little bit too cavalier with when I felt like I was really far ahead. I should have thought a little bit more. They're going to counterfeit something else in order to get to province something else. Okay, now we draw. Top deck, discard. Top deck, definitely discard that. Top deck, definitely discard that. Okay, I'm discarding everything that they have. I guess I'll take that Caravan. Do I have a win here? What? I'm short on draw by quite a bit. So the question is if I have a win if I take this. So I have a win, right? I take the Caravan, I play the Caravan. I play the Falconer for a Fisherman. Draw deck. I'm going to top deck those. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I should have discarded to make this faster. I think I just have a win, though, if I trigger this shuffle, which I'm about to do. Yeah, so I just take a Fisherman here, play a Fisherman, and then buy the last Fisherman and 2 Oracles, and that's a win. Okay. Close game. I felt like I was behind for part of the way, but happy to sneak a win in there at the end. Maybe they needed to green a turn earlier than they did, but overall, we moved to game 3.